of complaints.
Patients don't like your attitude.
What about my medical skills? Are they under scrutiny here too?
Constantly. It's all part and parcel of the same thing, Will. Cold, aloof, arrogant. Mr. Curtis doesn't seem to care. So on and so forth. You get the picture?
I had no idea.
Dealing with patients, Will, is just as important as the medicine. A great surgeon has to be able to put a patient at ease. Otherwise, how else do you gain their trust?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Where are you rushing to?
I'm meeting Diane.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I can't hang around. Don't want to be late tonight.
On a date?
Yeah.
So you seeing someone?
Someone.
Great.
I think so.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. So, what happened to you? Did you get ready in the dark?
It's fine. Look, I've got to go.
Let me do it.
I thought we were going for a coffee.
Yeah. We were. Better get going. I'm sure you've got patients to see.
Don't worry. Moving on. I suggest you do the same.
Ooh, don't let him get to you. He's not. I'm already thinking about the future. Oh, of course. Carlos. I had him a little blind date workout. It's hardly a date. Well, do I detect a hint of disappointment? What makes you say that? Well, you're usually all over them like a rash. Judge everyone by your standards. So, nothing happened? Didn't fancy you? Of course he did. If I do decide to go there, you won't know what will hit him. Well, don't play too hard to get. You don't want to get left on the shelf.
So, what seems to be the problem?
Your bedside manner. Not that my experience is first-hand.
Well, I think the least that you can do is listen to my side of the story.
No, not interested. I want you to show me. Right, take Mrs. Rush. In and out for the past couple of days, complaining of chest pains. Had a biopsy over a year ago for a possible lung fibrosis. Nothing found.
Are you testing me?
Well, why don't we think of it as a chance to work on your personal skills?
Go, 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 go. Hey, excuse me, this is our playground. Get off. Leave. Wait. Right, we're ready to get you prepped for theatre now. Mr. Fashola's going to be your plastic surgeon. He's running a bit late, but he should be along shortly.
It's all right, I'm used to it. Visited more hospitals than the Queen. One doctor after another, ripping my skin off, trying to put this back together.
Never been through so much.
This will be the last one, eh?
Here's hoping. Right, bay one, please. You nervously?
Of course. If this doesn't work, I'll be sticking a paper bag over my head and waiting for the cover of Dark. You can sell tickets. Roll up and see the rock-faced rock climber.
I don't. It's gonna work.
So you keep telling me.
Leave.
Sorry, I know you're only trying to be positive. Don't know what I'd do without her.
Yeah, you're very lucky to have her. You've got each other, and you're going to be fine. Mr. Fashola is very good. Didn't tell me you'd had a trial run. Now, rock climbing doesn't do it for me. Give me a nice sea view and a sun lounger any day.
That's why I do it. The view. It's like standing on the ceiling of the world.
Each to his own. I'm petrified of heights. Can't even go on the Big Dipper at Blackpool without a stiff gin. Even then, it leaves me feeling all woozy. I don't know. I like to keep my feet firmly on the ground. You're always hearing about these rock climbers falling and smashing themselves.
Yeah, I suppose I got a flight leave. Just might not look like I used to.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hi.
Well, I see you're making yourself at home already. 3 beautiful women hanging around your bedside. You must tell me your secrets sometime.
It's easy. You just get him to feel sorry for you.
How's he doing?
Oh, your nasal flaps are fine. You settling well?
Thank you, Tricia. And his obs?
Fine. BP's 110 over 70. Pulse is 80.
Great. So we've removed the soft tissue from here, and this will replace the tissue overlying the cartilage and bone that you lost when you fell. And today, we're going to try to get rid of all of this extra tissue around your nose.
I hate the word try.
Well, unfortunately, with this kind of surgery, there are never any guarantees. But I'm hopeful we're moving towards progress. If you will sign these consent forms, I can get you into theater later today. I'll come back and check on you.
So what are you doing later?
Well, I'm going to be in theater. Then... Well, you mean later? Look, I thought...
I know. The other night, I'm sorry about that. I was just a bit tired.
When you're free, Chrissy, could you send over the funds for Mrs. Rosser, please?
Yes.
So, what'd you have in mind?
I don't know, maybe I could take you up on that second drink you offered.
Okay. I'll do my best.
You know where to find me?
Can you page Connie for me? I wanted to take a look at his chest. We're in surgery together. Some of the wires from his previous surgery have become palpable under the skin.
Sure.
Thank you, Tricia.
Anytime, Carlos.
That should be done by now. Not Professor Khan, a word, please.
Mrs. Beecham, are you going to close down my department?
My PA sent you a contract last week and it hasn't been returned yet. I was just wondering when you were going to sign it.
As you can see, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Look, I know you have issues about the working time directive. I was just going to suggest, do you come up to my office and we can talk about it?
Sure, or whatever.
Great. I'll see you then.
Layla Collins is on her way in from ED. Suspected cholecystitis, but she's become chronic septic. Okay, she's an HDU patient, but they haven't got any beds free, so she's with us.
Right.
We're going to have to treat her infection aggressively.
Subin, are we going to talk about what happened between us?
I don't think there's anything to talk about.
Zubin. Layla Collins, her temperature's 38.5, heart rate's 120. The blood test they did in ED showed a raised white cell count and CRP. Layla, where's it hurt the most?
It's my tummy. I'm sorry, it's really embarrassing.
Severe pain in the right upper quadrant. But the rest of the abdomen also seems quite tender.
What's wrong with me?
Okay, we don't know yet.
The temperature's very high, she's spiking. I think we're looking at peritonitis.
Right, let's keep an eye on the BP. I want some IV fluids and antibiotics. Let's get another litre of saline in, please, Jess. Jess?
Okay, I have only got one pair of hands.
Okay, 10 milligrams of pethidine now, please.
Want some bloods? Let's check our amylase. Let's do an ultrasound and a rectal chest X-ray. Make sure it hasn't perforated a duodenal ulcer. When you have time, of course, Nurse Griffin.
Consider it done.
Somebody give me a stethoscope.
Okay, Layla, I'm going to give you something for your pain, all right? Just hang in there. That's a good girl.
750 and 500 mil of each. Unless the microbiologists think that Cipro might be better, in which case, start her off on that instead of the Kef.
Is there anyone that we could call for you?
Stuart. Stuart.
Is that your boyfriend?
Yeah. I mean, no. He's just a good friend.
Jess, could you put her on a morphine PCA pump, okay?
Right.
Good girl.
Can you remember his number?
Has she said anything to you?
Jess, what about?
Oh, she just seems so snappy today.
Rick, she's probably tired, you know. Maybe she's been burning the candle at both ends.
The cut and thrust of youth. Oh, well, I guess those days are behind us, eh? Those nights, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer something more,
Predictable?
much safer.
Yeah.
I'm not long for this world, you know.
Try not to worry, Mrs. Roche. I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're very kind. But I'm coming to the end of my time. I can feel it. I'm ready, mind. Even got my affairs in order.
It's always a good idea, isn't it? Just in case.
Well, you never know the moment. And I've got to see my grandchildren are provided for. I mean, it's not like my son would notice if I was gone. He never comes to see me. I gave my life to that boy on a silver tea tray. For what? So he could throw it all in my face. You got children yourself?
I've got a daughter yet.
I wish I'd had a daughter.
Do you? It's funny, I wish I'd had a son. Grass is always greener, isn't it?
So they say. I take them.
Oh, yeah, OK. I'm going to put these in your locker right here.
No, I mean take them. I want you to have them. What use are they to me?
Don't be silly, Mrs. Roche.
Well, suit yourself. Seems an awful waste, though. It's not like where I'm going, you can take them with you.
So, how are you feeling, Mrs. Rush?
All the better for seeing you, Doctor.
Right. What seems to be the problem, then?
I'm dying.
Oh. Right.
BP's 150/90.
And your blood pressure's slightly raised, Mrs. Rush, but nothing too much to worry about. Gather you've also been experiencing some chest pain.
Oh, terrible, terrible shooting pains, Doctor. My old ticker's on its last legs. I've put up with that hemoptysis for just about a year now, and I still don't know what causes it, despite having that biopsy.
Right then, well, we certainly can't have that, can we? Sometimes when they close the chest after a biopsy, the stitches can entrap the nerves. I'd like to take a look at your scar, if I may, see if that's what's causing the pain.
I like a man who's confident.
Is that tender?
Not especially.
Well, if it doesn't hurt, then it isn't a local problem. I'd like to look at Mrs. Rush's last ECG, if I may, and in the meantime, if we could get her on some antihypertensives for her blood pressure, let's say 50 milligrams of atenolol. If that doesn't work, we'll try a dose of captopril.
No problem. Oh, you're still here then, pet?
This is my husband, Martin. My shining light.
And what's the verdict this time, Doc? Oh, got a couple of bob on a horse this afternoon. Any chance of speeding things up a bit?
I wish the Lord would take me now.
And I'm sure he's wanting you to hold off just a little bit longer. Is there anything you can do?
I can assure you we'll do everything we can, Mr. Rush. I'm going to run some more tests. Tricia, can we send some routine bloods, please, and organise another chest X-ray, ultrasound, lung function test, please?
There's nothing wrong with her.
I know. Well, let's run the tests anyway, just to be certain.
There's also a match on this afternoon. You understand, don't you?
Sport, sport, and more sport. That's all he ever thinks about.
She's going to be all right, isn't she, Doctor?
Yeah, well, this isn't showing any signs of ischemia, Mrs. Rush, so your heart isn't suffering from a lack of blood. You just try to relax. I'll see what these other tests turn up.
I'll hang on as long as I can, Mr.
Curtis.
Oh, just like Tony, my favourite actor.
Bye.
Back again, is she?
Well, that's what all the fuss is about. She seems harmless enough to me.
Yeah, she certainly knows how to spin it out.
What?
Dying. She's obsessed by it. And she also likes to have a lot of fun with the new doctors. She's been charming you. That's her way of sizing you up, you know that?
Don't be ridiculous.
Ah, you'll see.
I think I can just about manage.
Oh, what's got into you today? It's very good PR for the hospital.
Mr. Curtis!
Doctor, my wife would like a word with you.
Good luck.
You.
Chrissy, the X-rays and the notes you were supposed to send over, got sick of waiting for them.
I'm just coming to find you.
Yeah, well, can you make sure it doesn't happen again, please?
Meaning what?
Well, meaning that if you were a little bit more organised with your paperwork, then I wouldn't have to waste my time.
Oh, yeah, we couldn't have that, could we?
A bit of efficiency around here wouldn't go amiss.
Listen, I don't tell you how to run your affairs.
No, of course you don't.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, Chrissy, I'm really immune to this butter with melt thing you've got going on here.
Oh, I get it. This is all because you didn't meet Owen for a coffee this morning. Diane, I didn't put you down as the jealous type.
No, Chrissy, because I'm not the jealous type. It's so pathetically clear what you're doing.
Yeah, what am I doing?
But this whole thing with Carlos, it's just a desperate attempt to try and get Owen back. You want to split us up?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Why on earth would I want my old cast-offs back? You can have him.
I do hope this argument is about bed allocations. I'm stuff passionate, but not at the expense of my patients.
Sorry, I didn't...
Spare me, Sister Williams. Diane, a moment, please.
I'm so sorry, I don't know what came over.
Save it for the office. I'm not even going to ask what that was about. You're a surgeon, Diane. I expect more from you. Look, we all make mistakes, especially when it comes to men. But you keep that kind of thing outside of the workplace.
I didn't go looking for this.
That's not the point. Come on, Diane. You, of all people, should know how hard it is for a woman to get to our position.
Yes, but...
You chose to complicate things by having a relationship with a colleague. I have no problem with that. But if you are going to do that, you have to be twice as smart as everyone else. Okay?
Okay.
You seem to have a good thing going with Mr. Davis. Don't let that little bike mess it up.
It's okay, Lola. It's okay. Jess, let's get something for the nausea, please. 10 milligrams of metoclopramide.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Where's Stuart?
I've spoken to him, and he's on his way. He seemed quite concerned when I called him.
Yeah, we're close friends.
Oh, well, we better not give her any more Cipro. How are you feeling, Layla?
What's happening?
Well, the scan showed that you have an inflamed gallbladder. You have something called an empyema. collection of pus around the wall of the gallbladder, and we're going to need to operate before it perforates. It also showed that you're pregnant. About 13 weeks. You knew?
Yes. I still hadn't decided what to do about it.
Well, you don't want to leave it too late.
I know. It's just very difficult. We don't have what you'd call a conventional relationship, and it's all very confusing.
Oh, isn't that the norm these days? Can you page Owen, please? I want the obstetrician to take a look at you and check on the baby to make sure that the sepsis hasn't affected it. But, Layla, you really should have told us that you were pregnant.
Could it harm the baby?
I don't want you to worry about that. It just helps us to have all the facts at the outset, and that way we can decide how best to treat you.
But I was in so much pain.
Well, we're going to address the sepsis now. Susan, there's necrosis on the wall of the gallbladder, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're happy, I'd like to move her out.
Yeah, sure.
Will the baby be okay?
The obstetrician will take you for a scan, just to be certain, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll never forgive myself.
Sounds to me like you want to keep this baby.
It's just very complicated. So I haven't known the father very long, and the first weekend we spent together, I go and get...
Well, these things happen.
Not to me, they don't. Stuart!
I rushed straight down here as soon as I heard.
I'm so sorry for bothering you. I wasn't thinking straight when I asked him to call you.
Well, I'm glad you did.
But when you get into trouble, didn't you have that meeting today?
It's all right. My parole officer was cool about it. I told him I couldn't see my girlfriend in hospital, and he rescheduled. You did want to see me, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
What's happening to her?
Pulse 120.
BP?
80 over 50.
All right, let's go to the theatre now, please. All hands on deck, please.
Okay, portable monitor, please.
I'm scared.
Try not to worry.
Right, sorry.
You can wait in the relatives room if you like.
No, really, there's no need to hang around. You should go.
Any further questions about the operation?
Oh, really? Ever get the feeling we've been here before?
Deja vu.
Oh, you speak French?
Un peu.
If I can peel you away from Nurse Williams, perhaps you'd introduce me to your patient.
Lee, this is...
Connie Beaton. How are we doing, Lee?
There's no shortage of pretty women on the NHS. I can see why you became a surgeon.
Lee, I'll be removing the wire from your sternum once Mr. Fasholi's completed the more delicate part of the operation, but it's really quite a straightforward procedure.
Unlike my face.
As you know, it's a little more complicated, but I feel confident.
Try not to worry. I'll see you in the theatre. Thank you.
He seems positive.
I'll just be so pleased when this is all over.
Yeah. Back to normal again.
I can remember what that was.
Meaning?
Nothing. Sorry, just tired.
You think the op won't make any difference?
No, don't say that.
Sometimes I think you wish I was struck dumb as well as being covered up like this.
Lee? No, it's not fair.
Don't talk to me about falling off a mountain. That's not fair. But hey, you don't see me moaning, do you?
Oh, yeah, well, she doesn't see what I see, does she? She's probably just a bit nervous.
She'll be all right. Nothing some petrol station flowers won't sort out.
Yeah.
Carlos. So, are you gonna squeeze me in later tonight?
Sorry, Chrissy, I may be in theater tonight.
Oh,
Probably will be, most of the night.
most of, but not all of. Well, you know what they say. No rest for the wicked. What's all that about? That's for me to know. Thought you didn't like it? Well, it'll do, for now. Till I make my mind up.
Just thought I'd pop in on my way to theatre. Has he managed to cure you yet, Mrs. Rush?
He's doing his best.
Very good.
But still, nobody knows what's wrong with her. I'm praying for a miracle, you know.
Oh, I'm sure we can do better than that, Mr. Rush.
Can I talk to you about the echo?
Mm-hmm.
You checking up on me?
Maybe so paranoid.
No, the echo was fine. Although the echo window wasn't clear, the chambers and valves are in good working order. Apart from a little bit of high blood pressure, she's in great shape.
Good. How are you feeling?
I'd grab hold of that one with both hands if I had the strength.
Oh, bear that in mind, Mrs. Rush.
He's wonderful. True gentleman. I could gobble him up with a big spoon, so I could.
I'll take that as a compliment, Mrs. Rush.
Well, you seem to have things under control. I'll leave you to it.
Bad news?
I think you better have a word with the surgeon.
All our tests have come back fine, Mrs. Rush. I think the best thing for you to do is to come back as an outpatient. We can carry out a few more tests.
You're discharging me? What about the pain?
Didn't the morphine help?
Not for long it didn't. It never does. I must be getting immune. Is there any chance of getting something different, Mr. Curtis?
Oh, here we go again.
What about buprenorphine? I've heard that's very good. My best friend swears by it. She'd been suffering for years.
Well, I'm reluctant to give you any more painkillers, Mrs. Rush. At least until we know exactly what's wrong with you.
I'm dying. That's what's wrong with me.
Do you know how many times I've been through this? How many doctors we've seen? And they still say exactly the same thing. There's nothing wrong with her. It's all in her mind, you know.
You can't wait to see me dead and buried, can you?
You know that is not true.
And I think the best thing for you to do is to go home, rest for a couple of days, see how you feel.
You're brushing me off.
No, I'm giving you my honest medical opinion, Mrs. Rush. If I thought there was anything wrong with you, anything at all, I'd be keeping you here.
Do you treat all your patients like this?
Barbara, calm down.
Get your hands off me.
Look, if the pain persists, take a couple of cocodamol.
What good is that going to do? Last time I was in the hospital, the nice doctor gave me pethidine. It's a wonderful drug. Even settled my hemoptysis. 100 milligrams would do the trick.
But no, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
It's a ripping sensation, tearing my heart apart. It's horrible. I'm terrified that every breath, every gasp, it's going to be my last.
There are people in the hospital you could talk to.
You think I'm one of those cranks, don't you? Oh. Where's the padre? I'm going to need the last rites.
Is there anything you can give her just to keep her happy?
Look, I tell you what, we'll keep you on the ward a little longer. We'll get you dressed, and I'll get one of the nurses to bring you an antacid. That should ease the pain a little. I mean, this could just be a bad case of heartburn.
How can it be? The pain's here, right in my aorta. What if it's some kind of hematoma blocking the main artery?
But no, I'm confident your heart is fine.
You'll all be sorry when I'm gone.
She's got an awfully good knowledge of medical terminology, don't you think? I'm going to give her GP a call, see if there's anything else we need to know about. Oh, Mrs. Rush. I don't want to miss anything on this case.
We never did have that coffee.
Yeah, well, three's a crowd.
Look, you don't have to worry about Chrissy.
It's not her I'm worried about.
Peatlands, 4 steps, please. So not even motherhood can keep you away from theatre.
Jack's definitely hard work for someone so little.
Grasp it, please. But worth it, I hope.
Actually, it's not the hard work that bothers me, it's the constant worry. You gotta tell me it gets better.
I could, but I'd be lying. I still fret about Jess. How's Zubin?
There's nothing serious, I hope.
Doubtless something to do with her love life.
I just want to take a look at the pelvis. Be careful about the insufflation pressures. Keep them about 10. Just be careful handling that tissue.
I'll try.
So why didn't you ask Jess yourself? What was wrong?
Well, she's hardly like to tell me anything.
Can we focus, please? You want to do a cholangiogram?
She's pregnant, so no. I bet there's some nasty inflammatory mass down there. With my luck, it'll be a Miritzi. You ready to take a look in the pelvis through the laparoscope?
Any second now.
You happy?
Pelvis looks fine. I'll scan her later.
Right. Peatlands, please.
Do you want me to speak to Jess?
Thanks, but I don't think it'll do much good. Besides, you've got your hands full with Jack.
You made that look easy.
Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. You like that? Oh,
Connie, so glad you could join us.
Stop trying to hit on me, scalpel, please.
Would I?
Yes. Well, perhaps I'm too old for you. Scissors and forceps, please.
Now, what makes you think that?
Oh, just guessing.
Actually, you may find this hard to believe, but I am not so predictable, Connie.
Really?
Now, be careful with him. I'm trying to piece this man's face back together, and you're ripping his chest open. Then again, you cardiothoracic surgeons don't really have much time for aesthetics, do you?
Oh, we have far more important things to think about. Diathermy, please.
Like what?
Oh, a life is top of my list. The cardiothoracic surgeons tend to concentrate on little things like that. Beauty's only skin deep, after all.
You want to help me out here? I need to flatten out some more of this tissue. Okay, we're almost done here. Flap is nearly in place. Can I get some 5/0 nylon, please?
It's looking good, Carlos.
Well, what did you expect?
Perfection, of course. Wire cutters, please.
You're so demanding.
Why settle for less?
Sometimes you have no choice. Let's wrap this. I want to keep his nose warm. I don't want the blood vessels dying off. Gauze, please.
Right, spectacles, please.
Here we are.
Okay, now there's the artery. Do you think we can clip it?
Try.
Okay, I'll put the camera on the correct side of the falciform ligament, try to give you a decent horizon. Whoops. It's like trying to cross the channel on a stormy night with me on the scrub. Right, let's get the clip into place as fast as we can.
Have some suction, please.
Heart rate's down to 30. That's a result of performing this laparoscopically and stretching her peritoneum. You're going to have to deflate and wait for heart rate to pick up. Can I have 600 micrograms of atropine, please?
Well, what if we turn the insufflation down to 9?
You can try it, but if it doesn't work, we're going to have to deflate.
Sorry, Rick, I can't find the vessel.
Taking so long over this, you might as well convert to an open procedure.
I elected to give this lady all the benefits that go with a laparoscopy. Now, I don't think that converting is going to give us a better view. Do you have a problem with that?
Her sepsis will prolong her stay in hospital anyway. I just don't understand why you're taking so much time over this that is unnecessary.
What is your problem, Zoo?
I'm sorry. It's not you. It's our new clinical director. She just knows all the buttons to press.
What's she got to do with anything?
Working time directive. I'm just concerned about how it's going to affect my team.
Oh, yeah, the night shifts.
Oh, come on, Zubin. Changing working hours isn't the end of the world. The far worse things have happened.
Got it. Can I have the scissors, please? Thanks.
Well, Mumsy's going to be burning the midnight oil for maternity.
Just can't stand her arrogance, that's all.
Change can be a positive thing, Zubin.
It's all right for you. It's my team that's going to end up working all night. I feel like I'm a junior doctor again.
All right, Bert back, please. Connie's just trying to make her mark.
You've changed your tune.
All right, it's all looking good. Clip's in place. Let's just pull the bag out.
Okay, BP's leveled out. Urine output's okay. I'm a little bit happier.
Well, that's a relief.
And take this straight across. Can I help?
Oh, it's very sweet of you to offer, but keep your hands off my chest, Carlos.
Whatever you say.
Right. If you'd like to close up, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So, how did your date go with Sister Williams?
My news travels fast around here.
You better believe it.
She is a very attractive woman.
Uh-huh.
As is her mother.
Really?
Really. She's so full of spirit. I love that in a woman.
Oh, she'd eat you for breakfast.
You think so?
Oh, I'd lay money on it.
Well, what's the point of taking up the challenge? I mean, how can I even think about dating the mother if I break her daughter's heart?
Oh, and you're confident you'd have that effect on Chrissy?
I have that effect on most women, darling.
Even Trisha?
We may never know.
Oh, well, Carlos, that's the way it goes. Some you win, some you lose.
It would seem so.
Carlos, don't call me darling.
Hi.
Right?
Couldn't keep away, eh?
No, I've just been in theatre.
Oh, relax. Scared you're going to be caught.
Caught?
Caught talking to your ex.
She's got nothing to worry about.
You can say that again.
Covering our ground, are you?
What with Owen? You must be joking. I'm well over him.
Carlos seems like a very nice guy. Not that he's my type. Oh, I should hope not. We don't have a peak performance of what happened with Owen, do we? No, we don't. But as I say, he's not my type. He's all yours. Thank you. I shall make the most of him.
All right, Barbara, what can I do for you?
Where's Mr. Curtis? If I'm going to die, the least he can do is to give me something to make my last few days on this earth a bit more comfortable.
Barbara, please. I'm sure Mr. Curtis is a very busy man.
Yeah, I'll see if I can track him down.
Please, help me. It really hurts.
Barbara, you're not due for any more pain relief.
There he is. Mr. Curtis!
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Barbara, do give over, woman.
Well, Mrs. Rush seems upset.
I'm sure she is.
No, she seems in genuine pain this time. Is there something you can give her?
I can't just go around dispensing drugs on request, Chrissy.
And?
I just spoke to one of her GPs. He said she's always asking for drugs and that she's been caught changing prescriptions in the past.
Well, maybe that was a genuine mistake.
Well, it's possible, but I doubt it somehow.
Meaning?
I think our Mrs. Rush is a hopper.
Mrs. Rush?
I'm serious. Pharmaceutical addiction. Think about it, Chrissy. She's been going from hospital to hospital trying to con drugs out of surgeons.
Like you?
Not this one. That's probably why Connie put me onto her in the first place, isn't it? Not to have her stupid tests.
Be careful, Will.
Right, discharge her.
You sure?
Yeah, this game's over.
Is she going to be all right? She'll be fine. It was a difficult operation, but she came through it.
Thank you. I was really worried about her.
Layla's stable. It's the baby that I'm a little concerned about.
Baby?
I'm sorry, I thought you knew. Layla's 3 months pregnant.
Hold on a minute, did she know?
Well, you'll be able to talk to her soon. I'll be back to check on her later.
And could you page Owen for me, please, Jess? The sepsis could still cause her to miscarry. Jess?
I heard you. Zubin, this is a nightmare.
What else did you expect? I mean, I feel terrible sneaking around behind Rick's back.
Better get on.
Can we keep a close eye on her temperature, please? Oh, Layla, how are you feeling?
Stuart.
Please, go in.
Thanks.
Glad you're still here.
How are you feeling?
I've been better.
So what did the doctor say?
I still can't believe you came all this way for me.
Why not? We're together now, aren't we? Look, nothing can change what happened before I knew you. But I think it's getting in the way of us.
Why? Look, you mean so much to me.
Do we?
Stay with me.
Always. Just promise me you'll be straight with me. No secrets, no lying. Please promise me that, Leila. I know about the baby. So why didn't you tell me about it?
I don't know.
I've been off for months now. I thought things were going well between us.
I didn't know what to do.
Or you couldn't decide whether to give birth to a child of mine. Or you're scared he was going to turn out like his father.
Stuart, please, I love you.
Do you really? Or do you just get off going out with cons? Sorry, case studies. What am I, a cheap thrill? Is that what I am to you?
Stuart.
It's different now, though, isn't it? I'm not your project anymore. This is the real world, Leila. You can't just shut me away when you get bored, you know.
Okay, that's enough, Mr. Miller. Okay, she's feverish. We need to run some new blood cultures, please. She's having a rigor and she's pyrexial.
Oh, what have I done?
Mr. Miller, would you mind stepping outside just for a moment, please? Thank you.
Okay, seems fine. I'm happy.
Good. So am I. Tricia, will you keep a close check on him? Let's keep him on 2 hourly obs.
Whatever you want.
Good. I know I can trust you.
I wouldn't say that. I'll just do his BP. How is he?
He's doing well. You must be exhausted. You've been here all day.
You get past that. Just want him to be okay.
Well, we won't know anything for sure until the dressing comes off, but he has every chance. The operation went very well.
Thank you.
sad, isn't it? She must really love him.
What makes you think she's in love?
What makes you think she's not?
Well, just because she's standing by him doesn't necessarily mean she loves him.
She's doing the right thing.
But you'd want a life like that.
You don't have to live this long.
He's really out of his depth. I'm not going in there.
I'm not.
Do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine.
Don't
Please,
let
love,
them throw
don't do
me
this
out.
again. You're just making a fool of yourself in front of all these people.
Help me, someone, please.
No, right, what was going on?
Don't let them send me home to die, Mrs. Beecham, please.
Okay, Mr. Curtis.
There is nothing wrong with her.
I am not a well woman. I deserve better treatment than this.
There's no need for this. Nobody's done anything wrong. This is all down to my wife. She caused trouble in an empty house.
Right, Mr. Curtis. She's quite clearly distressed.
All that moaning.
Did the test show nothing?
Look, I have done almost every test possible for a cardiac patient. I really don't think I could have missed anything. Well, she's probably just hooked on painkillers from previous surgery. You know what I think? I think she is a hopper. Classic case of cold turkey.
You've done me a favour.
I think you need to go back.
Connie, we've got a problem here.
Okay, let's get a flag. Can we have a crash trolley, please, Mrs. Rush? Right, let's get her an oxygen. We need to get her into the theatre for a TOE as soon as possible. She is quite clearly hypertensive and cold, which would suggest internal bleeding. Judging from her history and the fact that her BP's uncontrolled, I'd say she's dissected. Did you not check her blood pressure? Well, it's all over the place.
But she didn't present any symptoms. I gave her oral antihypertensives as a precaution. She seemed to be responding well.
I think it was right to give her IV at the time. She kept asking for drugs.
Right, let's get her into theatre. Come on.
She's all right, isn't she?
I think she's going to be fine.
Okay, let's get another couple of bags of saline in. And she's going to need some gentamicin and a gram of paracetamol for her temperature. Yeah, I'll show you how to get a central line in using the ultrasound. Okay, there's the carotid artery, and there's the internal jugular vein. All right, I want to keep her well hydrated by measuring her CVP, and she might need an iotrap later.
I'll page that.
Good. Jess, thank you.
Does it confirm the echo?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, what is it? What's wrong?
It's a bad tear in the ascending aorta.
How bad?
This bad.
Really?
Yes.
It could have been waiting to happen. I mean, it's not as if any of the warning signs were there.
What about the flux in her pressure? Right, I'm going to remove the damaged section of the aorta. Cross clamp, please. Knife. You all right?
Yeah, fine. Suction, please.
Let's give cardioplegia to the coronary ostia. 600, please, in the left one. What eye? Oh, come on, Will, keep it together.
Sorry. Mean pressures are looking low. Can we increase the flow, please?
Right, I'm going to need her to be cooled down some more. We'll have to remove the cross clamps to the distal anastomosis in deep hypothermia.
Okay, mean pressures are looking a little better.
Ah, she's got a massive hematoma due to the dissection. That ruptured, which caused her to collapse.
I can't believe I missed this. I carried out an echo, but the window was poor. Couldn't see the aorta.
Scissors. Right, I'm going to remove the diseased tissue.
So you're going to put her into circulatory arrest?
Yes, once I finish this. If we'd have known earlier what was wrong, we could have prepared properly.
Come on, Barbara.
Okay, I'm going to need 28mm interposition graft and biological glue on standby, please.
Teflon felt and 3-iproline. So do you want me to hold the graft while you stitch them?
Yes, please. Right, once I've finished the proximal anastomosis, I need you to take her down further to 18 degrees, drain her, and switch her off.
Artery forceps and scissors, please. We've got 45 minutes maximum to complete this distal anastomosis, then.
No other option. Let's just hope we can resolve this.
You've got enough time?
Let's hope so.
Right, I'm going to give you an antiemetic. That'll help with the nausea. Okay? Shouldn't be too long now. It's been ages.
Maybe Carlos has done a runner. Can you imagine if he's messed it all up? I'd just have to join the circus, nothing else for it. What's so funny?
Nothing.
So why are you laughing?
Sorry, I didn't mean...
I think it's funny being a freak.
I wasn't making fun. I told you, but...
I know what you told me. It's what your face is saying I don't like. I don't have that problem, see? Wrapped up like this. Can't tell what I'm thinking.
Lee, you're getting paranoid. Sorry. Same every time.
It's all right, it's understandable. You've both been through a lot, all these operations. It's about to take its toll on both of you.
It has. What did you say?
It's been hard.
Yeah? Sorry I've been such a burden.
I'm not taking this anymore.
Babe, don't leave me.
It's all right, she'll be back.
Yeah, but for how long? Things have been getting really difficult lately. We just argue all the time.
Yeah, most relationships go through that, don't they? It's making up that counts.
Yeah, except we don't. Not anymore. We just stop arguing. Brush everything under the carpet and carry on as normal. Normal. Listen to me. With a face like this. It's no wonder I've lost Claire.
Come on, you don't know that for sure.
I do. I lost her the moment I had that accident. You kid yourself that it's still the same. That special buzz between two people, you know? They say it's never too late to get it back, but they didn't look like me.
Doesn't matter what you look like. You can still lose someone. Just stop noticing it.
Can I get some gloves and a needle, please? Hi. How are you doing?
You tell me. What's up?
Nothing, I hope, but it's hard to tell right now. I can't see the blood's returning because of the bruising, but that's normal. It's part of the healing process.
Really?
Really. Don't worry. I'm just going to do a check for me. Let's see how the nose is recovering.
Can't feel a thing. It's completely numb.
Oh, it's nice and fresh. Yeah. As soon as the bruising settles down on that, it's going to look fantastic. Really great. I'm sure of it. You get some rest.
There you go, she's back. I told you she would be.
Yeah, to dump me, probably.
All right, I'll see you later.
You leaving me too?
Not till my shift ends. Is he cheered up? He's feeling a little bit insecure.
Yeah.
I think you're going to leave him. Maybe you should talk to him. Just go easy on him. He's been through a lot recently. What's he been saying? Nothing. He just needed someone to talk to.
Don't tell me. The sob story? That I don't love him because of his looks? You say it's never too late to get it back? He knows it by rote. Presses the right buttons to get a response.
It's none of my business.
Yeah, well, he makes it your business. It's got it down to a fine art. Some people think I don't care enough. Is that what you think?
No.
I care. Too much. It's my problem. You think I don't love him because of his face? You're wrong. Because that accident didn't just change him on the outside. No idea.
OK, grass in place. All's looking well. Let's warm her up, please.
What do you think?
It's too early to tell yet, well. Keep an eye on the hemostasis. I don't want to have to reopen her. Right, can I trust you with decannulation?
Of course you can.
OK, I'm scrubbing out now. Torch, please.
Pressures are looking fine to me now, Connie.
Good, let's not jump the gun, though. No disrespect, but I like to check my patients' pupils myself.
So, how do they look?
Left one's dilated, right one's small. OK, let's continue this case in HDU. Just hope she had glaucoma surgery.
Connie, how bad is it?
Let's just say she couldn't have made this one up. Right, there's nothing else we can do. Take her off bypass, transfer her to HDU. Let's do some tests, find out how badly she's affected.
Well, we don't know if she is affected yet.
But it's not looking good. You all right?
Please, stop asking me that, Connie. I'm fine, absolutely fine. It's not as if I've done anything wrong, is it?
Try and get some rest.
I'm not tired.
Oh, in that case, how do you fancy a swap?
No, thanks. That blood and guts. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a wimp. It's all right when it comes to writing about it, but actually coming face to face.
You're a writer.
An eternal student.
Ah, the cosy world of academia. Yeah, it's a safe place to be. Personally, I could have happily stayed there forever.
Me too. Only I went and fell in love with my subject. Is he still here?
I haven't seen him for a while, but I'm sure he'll be back.
Just thought I'd check in before I go.
Lucky you.
In for the long haul, then?
Yeah, afraid so. Guess I better get used to it.
Baby's gonna be fine. Good strong heartbeat. There you go. Don't work too hard.
I'm sorry about before. I'm glad you're okay. And the baby. I think I should leave. I can't do this anymore. I know there are things that you're worried about. What happened that night?
Stuart, please.
But you don't want to know. I don't know how you really feel about me. Neither do you, Layla. Not if you're honest with yourself.
You can't just walk away. Not after all this baby's been through. It's obviously meant to be.
No, that's not enough.
And I love you.
And accept who I am and what I've done. You've got to get over this.
Barbara, can you hear me? Barbara, if you can hear me, I'd like you to squeeze my hands. Okay, very good, well done. Okay, she's paralysed on the right-hand side. Okay, we need to confirm it with the CT scan. Can you book her in for one later?
Barbara? What have you done to her?
Nobody's to blame here, Mr. Rush.
She's my wife. Look at the state of her. She kept telling us how bad things were, but nobody would listen. You did this. You've destroyed her.
This is not Mr. Curtis's fault.
Well, then, whose is it? Mine? Barbara's?
I do understand this is very upsetting for you.
Don't you dare try to defend him. She trusted you. She thought you would be able to take the pain away.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rush.
Well, that's no good to me.
Right, we will do everything we can, I promise.
She is going to get better, isn't she?
It's unfortunate, but your wife might be paralysed on one side. Dissection could have deprived blood to her brain. It's early days, and we'll need to see how she rehabilitates. Some patients recover loss of
How could
mobility.
that have happened to my Barbara? You saw her. You both saw her when she came in. She was fine.
This could not have been predicted.
And you should know better. You're a doctor.
Nobody did this.
He did.
I did nothing.
Exactly.
Look, I can understand your anger, Mr. Rush, but please take your hands
Please
off
stop,
me.
Mr. Rush.
You'd better have a good lawyer.
No.
Everything was great that night. She cooked dinner. Candles, everything. I thought things were finally getting good between us. She looked so beautiful. I made her laugh. First time in a long time. She always said there was a sexiest thing about me. We never made it to the bedroom. No matter what they said, it wasn't rape. Never. Then afterwards, she told me she was leaving me. And I sort of went quiet in my head. And I hit her. They said I broke her arm, cracked her ribs.
Stuart, please. I can't listen to this.
But it's what I did. And every day I wish I hadn't. But it's part of me now. And if we're gonna be together, it's gonna be part of us. So what's the answer?
I don't know. But can we at least try and find it together?
Yes. This is very difficult.
I know.
What I think we felt Jess, your dad's my best friend. I've been like a godfather to you.
Good night.
It's bruised, but otherwise, you're in great shape.
Can I look?
Sure. Go ahead.
No, I can't.
You can.
What's it like? You tell me.
It's great.
Honestly?
Promise.
There's not much difference.
Of course there is.
I don't see it.
It's filled out the defect perfectly. Now, once the bruising's gone away, it'll return to the color of your natural skin. But you've got to keep it warm, okay? That means no snowboarding or climbing for a while. I mean it, Lee.
I'm still hideous, aren't I? No. Yes, I am. Not that you'd be able to tell me the truth anyway, would you?
Look, clearly it's a very emotional time, but I know you're going to be fine. Can we transfer him up to plastics?
I've just got to go and get something. There's a bed.
Claire. Claire. Look, it's not that bad.
See the way he looked at himself. He doesn't see any difference. All these months I've been hoping, praying that this operation would be a success, not for me, for him.
But his face is good.
It doesn't matter.
But tomorrow he'll be out of here, right? No more doctors.
He is completely changed. And it's not as if he'll even let me help him. I've tried to get him to talk to people, you know, counsellors and that, but he's not interested. He just puts on this act to the outside world and keeps pushing me away. But I can't leave him. Lee might come back.
Maybe, but say if he doesn't come back. Would you leave him then? Would you move on?
Knowing that Lee, the real Lee, the man I love, is not coming back, then yes, I think I would. But until I know that, I can never leave.
You ready?
Yep, just about.
Look, I know you're still worried.
No, I'm not.
Fibber.
Well, I mean, you can see where I'm coming from a little bit, can't you?
How many times do I have to say it? Me and Chrissy are finished. I'm with you now, and Jack. I'd like to prove it to you. How would you feel about having Jack christened?
I didn't know you were religious.
I just like the idea of some kind of blessing. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It's more about you and me than anything.
Yeah, it's really sweet. We should wait until after the custody hearing, though. I don't want to tempt fate.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's such a lovely idea.
Look, Chrissy, about that date.
Oh, Carlos, I know you were really looking forward to going out tonight, but I've been thinking about it. I don't think it's such a good idea. I'm exhausted. You don't mind, do you?
No, I don't mind.
Good. And I hope you're not too disappointed, but, well, there's not much point forcing yourself to do something you're not in the mood to do, is there?
So, where's he taking you tonight, then?
Nowhere. Why? What happened? Nothing. Why are you so interested? You don't fancy him, do you?
Oh, you don't have to.
Well, he's cute, but he's not really my type. Could you help me change his bed, please? Yeah. Actually, he needs someone, I don't know, who appreciates him more. Someone a little bit older. Me? You could do a lot worse. Actually, I think you two are quite suited. And you don't seem bothered at all. Me? No, are you kidding? I feel like I've had a lucky escape. I'm young, I'm free, single again. I'm gonna make the most of it. Can I help you? You look a bit lost.
Yes, please.
Oh, I've stopped Mr. Rush taking legal action.
Thank you.
But He still intends to lodge a formal complaint with the board, Will. There's nothing I can do to stop that happening.
Well, that's that.
Let me down, Will. I mean, I know medically it was a grey area, but no. If you weren't so intent on proving me wrong, you would have picked up on the problem. No, your attitude got the better of you. And your patient.
Will you talk to the board?
I have to report to them, yes.
You've made your mind up to let me hang out to dry.
I haven't.
It's what you've wanted all along, Connie.
It's definitely not what I wanted all along, I can assure you. Now, instead of whining to me, why don't you use just a little bit of that energy you expend on your righteous anger and think about the woman whose life we just messed up?
You will defend me, please.
I don't know yet.